Hey, this is the Homestead Gardening Series. Please stay tuned. We're going to go in and start seeds inside the greenhouse. This is September 1st, and this will be hopefully produce we can grow through the winter. We'll be right back. Hello, welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. We live on a little homestead tucked high in the Cascade Ranges here in the Pacific Northwest. Our little area is situated kind of halfway between the Redwood National Forest and Crater Lake National Park. Yeah. We've got an interesting little location we live in here. We're stuck in a little valley which blocks a lot of the weather out, so we have our own little microclimate up here. We can get pretty doggone cold. Sometimes on rare occasions we'll get 10 degrees below zero. But a moderate temperature for winter months is 32 degrees. That's about as cold as it'll get, sometimes in the 20s, but when it gets down to the 20s or the teens, it's only for a brief few days, so it doesn't stick down there. And then on those even more rare occasions, which happens about once every decade, we get what they call a polar vortex. Well, we're paying attention to when polar vortexes happen because we've got some things we need to take care of to protect plumbing, the well, plants, livestock. So we've got to be always looking for the weather pattern, the temperature pattern, and see what's to be expected. And that's what a wise and prudent farmer will do, or a homesteader. Right now it's really muggy, it's warm. Right here in the greenhouse we have 70 degrees, which is not too bad, but the humidity it's up there because we had the blessing of rain last night. First rain we've had in over a month. It really helped out. So I'm going to be starting some seeds in here today for the greenhouse. Mainly I want to start some lettuce crops, salad crops. That's all I'm going to focus on today, is just get the lettuce started because I want to be able to harvest lettuce throughout the winter months. And maybe some shallow root crops. I'm going to try to grow some Swiss chard in here, or a variety of chard. We'll see. But right now I'm just going to focus on growing lettuce in these front vessels. Quickly, let me give you a tour of the greenhouse. We just upgraded the greenhouse and finished it. We've got buckets along the floor. These are tubs I got from a grocery. It used to be called grocery outlet. I forgot what they call it now. But anyway, they supply to restaurants. So these are bus tubs I purchased for about $5 a piece, and I built these frames for them to hold them. I figured they'd be perfect for containing soil for shallow soil crops, and also hold my pots, and I can take them when they're ready to transplant out to the garden. I can just pick up the whole tray, take it out, and then transplant the potted plants right into the garden and make it a little bit easier. I got these shelves up here where we still have our pots. We got my shelf up here where I store my empty pots. I got a lot of inventory of pots and other nutrients that I use to augment the garden. What you see right here is a worm bin. This is a upcycled bathtub. It's called vermiculture. When I weed the garden, I dump that stuff in here and I let the worms have it. I have to cover this side of it with some cardboard or plastic to control the water evaporation out of the soil yet. So this side's all ready. I just have to dig that out and add it to a mixture and we can start planting in it. This is worm casting gold for any gardener. Over here I have my spigot I installed with a little hose and hose holder. I got my little wand for watering plants up high. And then over here on the end, I've got my soil in this bucket right here. I had this bucket in my inventory. It's used to be a trash can. I pressure washed it out and added a special soil. The soil I'm using in the greenhouse is formulated and blended for potted indoor and outdoor use, specifically for starting plants and potted plants. So you want to be careful what kind of soil you select when you're planting indoors. And then of course the water barrels behind me. This is what Misty Rainey put in for us from, she is the daughter of Marty Rainey. The family is on the globally hit TV show Homestead Rescue. Look for season 11. It's coming up pretty quick. And especially the Hansons return. Yeah. So anyway, these are designed to absorb heat through the daytime, radiate heat through the night, and try to keep the ambient temperature here above freezing. I have a backup of a propane catalytic heater in here to help give off more heat to keep it really above zero or above freezing, because I don't want to lose my plants. Some of the plants like lettuce is pretty cold tolerant, but we don't want them to freeze. And then you see my grow lights I fixed over here. They're set. I can lower them when I need to lower them when I start starting specialized seeds over there. So let's get started. Oh, I wanted to point out I got some screen here. I looked in my inventory and I have an inventory of screen to be able to replace some of this torn screen on my windows to keep the bugs out. Yeah. And in some cases I need the bugs to come in, especially the pollinators, to be able to pollinate any plants that I may grow in here that actually that have blooms that need to be pollinated to be able to fruit. So I'm just showing you guys an example of what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be filling this bucket up with soil, and this is a special potting mixture soil, and I want to fill it up to the top. What is it about the smell of dirt that I found so pleasant? Maybe it's because of our genetic origins. From dust we come, to dust we return. So, I featured these in a previous show some time back. I'll leave a link, but it's a Farmer Seed Vault. This company sent these to me. There's 3 different sizes, and so this one is really neat. It has all kinds of variety of plants in here. Just loads and loads. Flowers, herbs, vegetables. But we're just going with a variety of lettuce, if I can find it. Look what it even contains. Milkweed, great for the butterflies. I didn't know I had that because I just salvaged some milkweed yesterday. Milkweed seeds for the butterflies. I'm trying to help my daughter bring the the monarch butterfly population back, because the monarch butterfly is, they say it's endangered, which I kind of suspect so, because we haven't seen many of them around here. And planting more of the milkweed, which is the food that the caterpillar eats from. Oh boy. Yeah, flowers and herbs. Some of them are flowers, but they're also herbs. Echinacea, chamomile. Hey, if you're drinking chamomile tea, don't drink and drive in the state of California. This stuff does impair you, and you can get cited and maybe arrested for impaired driving. And when I worked in the hospital as a certified nurse's aide, I had patients that were on certain medications, and we had to be careful whether if we were going to give them chamomile tea. Some of them requested chamomile tea, and I brought it to the attention of the medical staff that shouldn't we be aware of feeding our patients chamomile when they're on these certain type of medications? Yeah, so I think they took chamomile off the floor for a while. at least until I left, because I wouldn't feed my patients chamomile tea. I'll encourage them to drink something else and explain to them, don't drink chamomile, this is why. But anyway, the part about California, that's what I heard, about 5-6 years ago. Lettuce! I found lettuce. Yep. Here's some lettuce. We've got plenty of seed. And we're just gonna not do them all. Boy, they give you a generous portion of seeds from these seed banks. They're not stingy at all. You know, those seed packets I bought from Dollar Tree about 2 years ago, those seeds were very stingy. Very stingy. So I thought, oh, well, I don't shop at Dollar Tree anymore. And if you see my one video that I go on a rant about it, it's like, I haven't shopped there since. Because I can buy the same items that they sell there for $1.25 down the street for 60 cents. How much of a savings is that? It's more than a 50% savings. And then that's an illustration on how I will plant my potted plants. And it's just like, this bucket is just absolutely teeming with variety of selections. Let me show you guys the selection. There you go. Just absolutely teeming with it. I'll leave a link down below so you guys can see the different varieties that they have of these buckets, so you can get the size that you want for your home. I think I'll go online and I'll order another one of these for myself and store it in a nice, cool, dry, dark place so it doesn't get moldy and mildewy. Yeah, you want to save your seeds from getting moldy and mildewy. And yeah, because we don't know what's coming down the pike. There's all kinds of rotten stuff happen between the sun throwing a temper tantrum, throwing solar flares at us, and causing chaos in certain parts of the world where it hits. It can fry their power grid and interrupt services to earthquakes, storms, tornadoes, you know, whatever. And we're anticipating that big earthquake, even volcanism. The world is getting very angry. And I wonder if it's all just reacting to the sun on what the temper tantrum it's going through. It's going through a solar maximum. So I store my seeds down here. We'll put this in place. I have holes drilled in this in the bottom so the water will flow out. Turn my water on. Make sure I have the right selector. Let's try to turn this down a little bit. There we go. Oh, I love that smell. I love the convenience of this. This is awesome. Well, that's the first one. I've got plenty more to go. I'll go through and plant some more, but for the brevity of the video, I'm just going to try to keep it right around 10 minutes so I don't bore you guys too much. I already bored you with my ramblings about the environment and stuff. Anyway, I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. This is Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. Please stay tuned to more videos. You can do that by subscribing and clicking that bell icon that alerts you to new videos as I upload them. Give us a thumbs up, click that share button. Sharing my videos on your social media platforms helps us out. Remember, be safe, always be kind. We'll see you in the next episode. Oh, I got a really neat adventure I got to share with you guys coming up. I'm working on the project right now. Yes, epic. Went and filmed a music video, first time ever. Yeah, with a recording artist. Yeah. Got you hooked? Well, stay tuned. Bye-bye now.